I'm Jennifer. I'm originally from California, but I grew up in Louisiana and Texas. I ended up in Austin about 18 years ago and met Nathanael almost 2 years ago. And we've decided to move to Haines, Alaska to homestead and live off the grid.
My name is Nathanael David Moats. I'm from a little small town in Lafayette. Outside of Lafayette, it's the loneliest bayou in Louisiana. It's called Bayou Self. We're excited about moving to Haines and living off the land. I've been in Austin about 14 years now. And I've been here long enough to know I don't like the heat. I don't like all the people. I want to get away from all that, be in seclusion up in the mountains and just try my luck at living off the land.
So Nathanael found this house in Haines, Alaska, and he was going to buy it without even seeing it. So I convinced him that we needed to take a trip to go and look at it. And so we went and looked at it, and it didn't have running water, it doesn't have indoor plumbing or bathroom, that kind of thing. There wasn't even an outhouse, so we're going to have to build that.
How we're going to do this is we're going to totally live off the land. We're off the grid. We have no electricity, like you said, no running water. We're going to grow and hunt and fish and catch everything that we can and grow everything that we can to eat. And so that's our game plan, basically.
So we have been practicing for the last year and reading books and looking at the internet, but it's going to be way different when we're there because we're both very, very spoiled. We go to the gym every night and we sit in the hot tub, and Nathanael loves going out to dinner, so I have no idea what it's going to be like for us there.
But I'm an exceptional chef, so we'll be fine.
When we first went to see the house, I knew that it was remote, but I didn't realize that the closest town is 2 hours away, and it's an hour drive out of Haines, which is only a town of 3,000 people, and then it's an hour-long boat ride. So it's only accessible by water. The terrain getting up to the house is like climbing a mountain, and there aren't any steps. There's nothing. So I fell about 6 times just trying to get up to the house. So
there's moose everywhere, signs of moose, bear. We saw 16, 17 bear. That's the scariest thing, I think, is just, all the bear signs and the bear that we did see, and just not being in an environment full of bears like that and then being thrown into it. That's kind of the scariest thing for me. But I think the living off the land and growing food, I think that's just going to come natural for me for sure. But Jen,
I think the hardest thing may be the times that we can't get out, because there's a 6-week window in the fall and a 6-week window in the spring when we're basically stuck on our property and we can't get on the lake, so we can't get out to get anything. So we'll have to not only stockpile all of our supplies, but then learn how to
that will be a culture shock, because
just live with each other.
That period's usually from about the 1st of November to the end of January, which is all the holidays. So we'll be stuck out there by ourselves for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve.
Well, everybody thinks that I'm crazy. People don't understand.
Well, they all think that about me too. Everybody's telling me, "What are you doing? Are you nuts?" But
they're like, why would you live somewhere that has no running water and has no electricity? And to me, it's kind of exciting. I like being outdoors. I've loved camping and hunting and fishing, but I haven't ever done it longer than a couple of days, or really not longer than 3 or 4 days. So it'll be a new experience
until we went up there, and then surprisingly it's super adaptable, you know what I mean? We say there's no running water, but you have a mountain stream that comes down that's dammed up. The original owner dammed it up, so we pipe that in, and you got mountain spring water, which is pretty fresh, and it's.
But it'll be a lot of work, and Nathanael's hard on me. I have to pull my own weight. He doesn't let me take it easy at all.
Well, my biggest fear is being out there and not having the, what if something happens to me? How is Jen going to carry me? We've had an ongoing bet, a $100 bet, that she can't pick me up off the ground, and I've yet to see her lift me off the ground yet.
I'm still lifting weights at the gym in preparation for that.
I'm worried about her navigating the river. This river is no joke. It could, swift you downstream 4 or 5 miles before you know it, and what if something happens to me, and Jen's got to get us off to the property, onto the mainland, and get us to civilization where we can go. So that's a big challenge I think that we're going to have to overcome, is just the security that we have in each other and watching each other's backs, you know what I mean? showing her how to shoot a rifle and showing her how to shoot a gun and how to maneuver the boat through the currents and stuff like that.
I think the scariest thing for me was seeing on this little part of the lake where we'll be living, there are 5 or 6 other homes. People have gone out there on vacation or whatever, saw how beautiful it was, built a house, and then never went back. So all these houses are
Just
falling
deteriorating
down
and falling apart.
Yeah, so it's like people went out there and then they never went back. I'll definitely like the quietness after just having raised 3 crazy teenagers for sure. And just knowing that I have somebody, who I really connect with to share it with. That's really the reason that I'm going. I don't have any experience in anything that we're trying to do. I mean, I've been testing how to can cucumbers because I don't know how to can anything.
She makes a mean pickle.
So, but it's all trial and error. And I remember when we opened that first jar of pickles, we thought, well, if we get botulism and die, we'll die together. You eat one, I eat one.
I like the seclusion. I love the outdoors. I love getting away from the concrete jungle. The hustle and bustle everyday life. I hate currency. I hate everything's compelled by the almighty dollar. I want my new currency to be beaver pelts and fur and crops and goods, and I don't want to have to worry about paying an electricity bill and worrying about my cell phone bill and having cable. I want to get back to Encyclopedia Britannica versus the World Wide Web, and there's a ton of reasons why I could go on and on why I want to be there, but I think it's just to step back, to go back in time a little bit and not be so. I don't feel like I'm living here. I feel like in Austin I'm surviving. Over there, I know it might sound kind of awkward. Over there, I'm going to really be surviving, but I think over there I'm going to be living.